Hello, welcome to Drinks with Ron. I'm Ron, and this fucking High Life won't open. It's a travesty. I haven't gotten my bottle opener. I'm going to install a bottle opener on my little table I made down here. Can't see it. It's right down here, so, that's some great camera work for me. But, I built a coffee table out of scrap wood pallet pieces, and so basically I got more money and screws in this table than anything else. But I'm gonna put a little bottle opener down there so I can just I haven't done that yet, and this one won't open. If you're a High Life fan like I am, you will know that High Lifes are twist offs. So why the hell can't you twist that off? I mean, yeah, my tendonitis is acting up, but that's not it. Carpal tunnel, got a little bit of that. That's not it either. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a small residue up around the top there. One of my favorite features about Wisconsin is the Porcherator. I had this guy out on the Porcherator a week or so ago. You don't know what I'm talking about? You know what the Porcherator is? And it's pretty self-explanatory. You take this word, you cram it together, a high-speed collision, you get rid of the unnecessary words, they get compacted into the middle, you're left with Porcherator. That's when it's cold enough outside that you can leave your shit out on the porch instead of taking up all the room in the fridge. And I'm in Wisconsin, that's about 8 months a year. So, while I was happy to see the Porcherator back because it gives you a little more space. I mean, I got a fridge back here, you can barely see it, right there. Oh, wait, there he is. Good boy, good boy. He doesn't have any Freon, so I'm waiting to get Freon in that beast. I got her all framed up. But it's not up and running yet. So, Porcherator, get some beers out there. Apparently got a little too cold. I came out, there's like 12 beers out there. 6 of them are half-frozen ice. I mean, it wasn't even that cold. Granted, this isn't a high-gravity lager. But still, it should have, shouldn't freeze. I mean, fuck, it hasn't been that. It's just now getting that cold here. In fact, tomorrow, they're talking like 30 below with wind chill. It's so fucked up. Amazon is canceling. Amazon isn't showing up. And post offices, I think they're down Cedar Rapids area, not delivering tomorrow. I mean, fuck, for the post office, that's... Christ. I mean, don't worry. I'll be there, 6:45. But yeah, it's about to get cold as balls here. And, it's Wisconsin. It happens. I got a couple of stories. Would have been December '96. So it would have been my senior year. Christmas at the house. In my house, Christmas was always great. I mean, my brother, his buddies are big party animals, so any displaced friends of his would show up. Generally, we'd have the whole family there, and we can put them away. So Christmas was just always a hootenanny, for lack of a better term. And my buddy Craig showed up. And, it was just, it's kind of weird. It's like right when you get to that age where it's like, all right, everybody's partying and drinking. And by now they got to know that I'm drinking. So I think by that stage I was just like, fuck it, I'm drinking. So then my buddy Craig shows up and it's like, all right, well now my buddy, I think he was 21 though, so it wasn't a big deal on that end. But what I'm driving at here is he's driving I believe it was a little tiny Ford Escort. So we went out to his car, and I'll never forget it. We used to drink a lot of 40s, especially Old English. As I mentioned earlier, high gravity lager. This stuff, it's a nice healthy yellow. I mean, you get a good, this camera's not doing it justice. A little bit more orangey to my eye right now in this light. But anywho, Old English is not to be trifled with. That beer is heavy. 40-ounce bottle, half drank, frozen solid. How it didn't break, I don't know. I'm assuming it vented out the cap like these guys did, so they didn't shatter. But, that was just like that first recollection. Like, holy shit, it froze. Are you too fucking serious? You get out of here and you quit being a dickhole. Fucking get. I'm in the middle of something, dick. Oh, really? No, grind up against the camera. That would be perfect if you could do that for me. Now where the fuck? Scrambles? I swear to God, you leave Mr. Pants alone. Sons of bitches, I don't have to murder you in this weather. Focus. Okay. So, anywho, bottle of Old English frozen solid, and I didn't even think that was possible at that age. I was like, wait, what? Beer? I mean, I know the water part can freeze, but the whole thing. Sons of bitches. Oh, I remember last year. Last year there was about a 2-week span. We actually had really mild winters. Year or two ago, I think I logged January, February, March. I think I played somewhere in the area of 30 games of frisbee golf in those 3 months. That tells you what it was like outside. But there was 2 weeks in December that were just cold as fuck. And it got to the point where, like it's getting now, where my dog, he's got to take a shit, but he doesn't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside either, so there's that. But you take him out because he's got a shit, and you don't want the shit in the house, you want the shit outside. So I take the dog outside, take the shit, he gets out there, he'll walk out to the yard, he'd start circling, and then he'd have to lift up a paw. Well, then you have to alternate a different paw. And then he'd be taking turns. It's like, all right, I'm going to get you frostbite on here. It's colder than fuck. His butthole's probably going to get frostbite out here. The turd just freezes there or something. Like he takes a piss and it's just like a little yellow icicle going to the snowbank and then not quite making it. Just attached to his little dog wiener. Yeah, so it's cold as fuck. And it got to the stage where he started taking a shit in the house. And I couldn't blame him. I was like, I get him from work and there's a turd on the floor and it's like, all right, I want to be mad, but I wouldn't shit out there either, dude. I mean, you don't want frostbite on the anus. I can't say for sure that's a thing that's happened, but I'm pretty sure that's happened to somebody. So yeah, it's cold as fuck. Too cold to use the Porcherator. And these are actually some repurposed. These are the salvaged ones. I sat them on the counter for about an hour or two and let them melt back down and then put them back in the fridge. Because it's a beer. Not just a beer, it's a High Life. And I'm cheap. So there's 3 reasons. And it's still good. So there's 4. Yeah. It's a waste. Did I use that one? I don't care. I'm an old guy. I do that shit now. My God. I mean, there's always the jokes, the old guy, with the thermostat and the light switches. Seriously. If I had known what percentage of my life walking around behind people turning off light switches would be, I mean, like I said, they always joke, Dad with the light switch. No, seriously, man. I think 15% of my night at the house is just walking around turning shit off. Oh, nobody's in this room? 3 lights. Oh, okay, nobody's in the kitchen, but we got the kitchen light, the living room light, the light over the sink, and the TV going. Perfect. Gotta have all those. And then I'll turn them off. I'll go downstairs. I come back upstairs like a half hour later. They're all back on with the TV. Like the movie that nobody's watching cranked to like 47. So it's just fucking blasting. Like it sounds like you're having a fucking movie party upstairs and you go up to an empty living room and the dog looking at you like, I don't like romantic comedies. Make this go away. Oh, shit. I guess I didn't really have a point to this one, so I can just keep rambling. It's been a while. That's really what my point was. A couple weeks ago, a dude came into work and said, I haven't been any drinks with Ron for a while, huh? Shit. Yeah, it's been a long time. So I'll come up with something. I didn't come up with anything. I've got like 6 episodes I've been meaning to do, and a lot of shit, man. I just got done reorganizing all the records, and that was when I realized what a problem the records are starting to become. Because this is my 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like my 5th or 6th box here. These are the ones that I've gone through that I've determined I don't want. I'd like to sell them. They're not really worth a whole shitload. You want some prog rock? I'll get you some fucking prog rock. Here, man. Check this shit out. You want to see there's some... Oh, yeah, I got some Alan Parsons in there. Yeah, The Eye in the Sky. Huh? Oh, FM. They're Canadian. Canadian prog rock. I mean, come on. Vaguely Rush-ish? Rushish? Rushy. They're a little bit rushy. But, you know, it's a 70s Canadian prog rock. If you didn't sound a little bit rushy, who was going to listen to you? You know? Come on. Start being really derivative of Rush. Because we love them and Geddy Lee and whatnot. Anyway, I'll sell you this whole box for $10. Now there's a couple in there, soundtracks that, you know, maybe worth something. I'm never going to listen to the fucking Hair soundtrack. I saw a production of it in UW La Crosse years ago, but I just went for the titties. That's not true. Actually, I was forced by a friend of mine was a theater student and convinced me that I would really enjoy the titties. She knew me well enough. Anyway, yeah, the Grease soundtrack, you know, John Travolta. And then, Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, because we got John Travolta. What is it with fucking Travolta and soundtracks and shit? You know, you had those two, and then what is the 70s, like, Welcome Back, Kotter? You want to talk about a theme song? That's a fucking theme song. I'll drink to the Welcome Back, Kotter theme song. Because that fucker gets stuck in your head. Yeah. It's true, though. Anyway, it's getting a little long and rambly and pointless anyway, so I just thought I'd check in and drink a beer. So, if you're in my area, prepare for the cold. It's gonna be a bitch. So for Drinks with Ron, I'm Ron, signing off.